So ultimately, well, if it wasn't rap, what I guess where would you see yourself? Like, or just to say, even if it wasn't, if you never did rap, where would
Yeah.
your energy be? You know what I mean? Like, what's your top interest next to that?
Yeah. I would say the first thing that comes to mind would have been skateboarding. My love for weed just kind of fizzled that out to the point where, like, over the last few years, I actually picked my board back up and I do get out there. But around the ages of like 17, 18, when it was just like early adulthood mixed with thinking I'm grown and all this shit, I didn't. And I was actually pretty decent at skateboarding at one point to where, like some of my peers thought that I was in the amateur circuit. It's like, they keep it pretty simple. It's like you're a pro or you're an am in skateboarding. They don't got all these different branches in, but like the fact that at like 15 years old, people thought I was already, and so I feel like I probably would have ended up maybe going deeper into that. And then
X Games, ain't that X Games? Yeah.
I also have, I don't know if the path would have been the same to bring me to it, but I love, let me not say that I love the law, but it's a fascinating system. And a lot of us, it's like, okay, for the most part, you do have to be fucking up to end up in the system, for the most part. But just because you fucked up doesn't make it okay to be broken down and exploited. And that's what happens. A lot of us make honest life mistakes and then end up in this system that actually fucking
don't fuck you words, like
breaks you down way further than you would have ever, like, and like, I don't want to ruffle too many feathers yet. I'm still in my second semester. We gonna ruffle them feathers, but for now, like, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna change the way that shit works, but I do want to help educate the common man. Like, I was lucky enough to just be observant, meaning that, like, even though I was doing dumb shit in and out of jail, I'm listening to them old heads. They're talking about, oh, check out this thing that passed. And then, like, to tell the truth, I'm not the type of guy, I don't have all the letters and numbers off. I can't tell you, case number, J842, but the gist of how to work things, like, I've represented myself on minor cases. I've looked at 10 years for a fucking thing that, I probably shouldn't have been in front of the judge for in the first place, but, like, just through having patience, which that's not necessarily legal expertise, but it's all things that I want to help teach the people to strengthen their experience if they have to go down that road, I feel like for the type of thing that I have to offer to the world, I want to go in the fire. I want to go to the juvenile facilities. I want to go to the prisons, and I don't know what the fuck I want to tell them yet. Like, we're in the process of building my life to where it's almost needs to be. So, like, it's not about me going to preach to these people, but even if they see that I was once where they are, and now I'm working to get to this thing that I'm talking about building, that even that alone is probably a little bit of motivation. And, sometimes it just starts with the thought. Like, I was picking up on legal knowledge years before I stopped fucking up, so I wasn't really in the position to exercise it other than when I'm going to court from the fucking up. But, like, so some of these guys, they're not gonna wake up from hearing me speak and turn shit around, but if I can plant a couple seeds, even that is...
I agree with that 100%. All I can do is drop a seed and let the sun and the water do the rest, you know what I mean? I feel it.